HB 4170, Small Business Tax Rate Reduction. Today we are taking a closer look at HB 4170, a piece of proposed state tax legislation that would address small business income tax rates if enacted. The bill has drawn attention because it proposes a small business tax rate reduction and could affect how certain types of business income are taxed under existing state tax law. In this video, we'll provide a factual overview of what HB 4170 proposes, who it is intended to impact, and where the bill currently stands in the legislative process, so business owners can stay informed about this developing area of business legislation. What HB 4170 proposes. As currently drafted, HB 4170 proposes a reduction to the state individual income tax rate, which is relevant to many small business owners whose business income is taxed at the individual level rather than through a separate corporate income tax. This commonly includes owners of pass-through entities such as sole proprietorships, partnerships, and certain limited liability companies. The bill does not create a new tax system or restructure existing tax categories. Instead, it operates within current state tax law by modifying the income tax rate applied to qualifying income. Because this is proposed legislation, its language, scope, and final form may change as it moves through committee review and legislative debate. Key features of the proposed legislation. First, HB 4170 proposes a specific reduction in the individual income tax rate, lowering the statutory rate set under state law. This rate adjustment is the central mechanism through which the proposed small business income tax change would occur. Second, the bill includes effective date language that specifies when the revised rate would apply if the legislation is enacted. The timing of implementation is addressed directly in the bill text and would determine the tax year to which the revised rate applies. Third, HB 4170 addresses how certain income tax rate trigger provisions are treated under existing law. These provisions are intended to clarify whether rate reductions triggered by statutory conditions are temporary or remain in effect on an ongoing basis, rather than reverting automatically. Fourth, the legislation has been accompanied by official fiscal analyses prepared for lawmakers. These analyses estimate the impact of the proposed rate reduction on state revenue and are part of the legislative record used during consideration of the bill. Legislative status and ongoing consideration, HB 4170, is currently moving through the legislative process and remains subject to further committee review, amendment, and legislative action. As with other forms of proposed tax legislation, the bill may be revised before any final vote, or it may not advance in its current form. If enacted, the bill would take effect according to the timing provisions included in the final version adopted by the legislature. Until that process is complete, the proposed changes outlined in HB 4170 are not part of current state tax law. In summary, HB 4170 is proposed business legislation that would adjust aspects of small business income tax under existing state tax law if enacted. The bill focuses on a potential small business tax rate reduction, includes provisions addressing timing and rate triggers, and has been evaluated through formal fiscal analysis. Its final language, timing, and scope remain subject to the legislative process. As HB 4170 continues through legislative review and consideration, business owners may wish to monitor official legislative updates to stay informed about developments affecting small business taxation. Contact an experienced litigation attorney at www.tish.law. Click to subscribe to our YouTube channel. This content is for informational purposes only and does not constitute legal, tax, or accounting advice. Proposed legislation may be amended or not enacted.